Hello everyone, Namaskar. So I'm making this video to help you out, and then I want to make you to try something new for tomorrow 9 p.m. And you know why it was 9 p.m.? So you all know that our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji asked us to the nation to fight against the COVID. So turn off the lights at 9 p.m. for 9 minutes, and then turn on the light of like candlelight or even the diya or even the mobile torchlight. So I'm suggesting this, and then I'm making this video to follow the same instructions what sir has suggested. Follow the same instructions and make this time useful for in other way, and which is very new in the sense don't think that it's a very new practice, but we were not following it. It was there for 100 years ago. Okay, and then okay, let me jump into the topic. So the topic is Trataka, and it's a yogic practice. We call it's a cleansing Shat-Kriyas. So there are 6 kriyas are there, out of which one is a Trataka. So it's a cleansing process. So Trataka, what it does is it's a purification of eyes. So in short, it's a purification of eyes. So how do we do it, right? So the question here is, okay, we will look into the few things. One is how we can do Trataka, what is the process, and how long we can do it, what are the benefits, and what are the limitations, and what is the exit. So means like how there is also a rule like how you when to exit, and how to exit also. So this is very important. So I will explain you one by one. So let's jump into the Trataka. So Trataka is nothing but gazing at any non-moving object, which is not moving object, so which is any non-moving object. So non-moving object, you know, a thing like it can be a stool, it can be a book, or it can be anything. And it can be, now there are other ways also, like uh, looking at the sun, and looking at the moon, and looking at the candlelight. So looking at the candlelight has certain rules and regulations, and looking at the sun also certain. So first let us look at the candle. First let us look about the sun, then we'll go to the candle. Okay. So when to look at the sun? So when to look at the sun in the sense like early morning when sun rises, and the evening when sun sets. So during that time when the rays are in orange color, okay, then that moment for 8 minutes only, as soon as the sun rises or sunset, before last 8 minutes or first 8 minutes of sunrise, and that make sure the color of the light is orange. Okay, or it might be a mix up of red and orange. Okay, don't particular about this. So but only for the 8 minutes, don't do it for extra. So that is for the sun. Okay, and then moon you can look at any time, how long you can enjoy the moonlight, you can look at the moon. So that's all. And then now our topic is about looking at the candlelight, because tomorrow's goal is that, right? So so candlelight, yes. So we can follow different methods. The first one is we can use a regular candle, right? And the second one is the traditional lamp, which is a diya, which we use it for Diwali or lightning for the prayer. Okay, so we use it for the God prayer. And then yeah, for this generally people use a coconut oil, or even people use some seeds of the oil, right? But traditionally in yoga we recommend that to use the coconut ghee, right? So cow ghee you can use it, so which is a little more beneficial than using other oils. Then right now I'm not lighting with either candle or even diya. The reason why is I would like to introduce you some other new. Most of the guys may not know it, I'm not sure, but yeah, let's look at it. So the new lighting method is this. So this is a transparent glass, okay, and then I put the water, and then I light the lamp. Don't get wonder without, only with water how it gets light. I'm not a musician to do it, but yes, I add some coconut oil to it. Okay, so how I did it? The question here is, okay, so I put 95% of water. 95% of the water in the sense I left only 1 centimeter at the top. Up to 1 centimeter, below 1 centimeter, I put the whole water up to here. Okay, then I took the cotton. So I have the cotton. So like how you use cotton for this diya, right? So same thing. you need to get the cotton and you make the top edge, okay, and the bottom edge you need to split. So and then you put it, drop it on this. Before dropping, make sure that the top edge is there, no, so it has some oil. So first dip into that, okay, and then do it. So do you understand? First 90% of the water, and then put oil. Put oil up to like 5 mm. 5 mm is enough, okay. Then after that add that cotton swab, okay, and then light the lamp, okay. So let me do this. See how good, very nice, right? Yeah. So and this one we also use it for Deepavali or Diwali, during like where we used to put it in front of the house, at the entrance of the house, for 15 days starts from Diwali, okay. So you can use it. So this comes for the long run. It's like if you use this or this, it will come for half an hour to 1 hour, but this can come for 2 hours, I'm saying you, and with very less raw material. So oil also, just it's not, it won't take even 50 ml. It's just hardly 5 to 10 ml of oil, that's it, okay. And yeah, so now you know you made the lamp ready, okay. Then the sitting position I will tell you, and what is the distance that you need to maintain, and then later we will look at the benefits, okay. First let look at this, how to, okay, let's go into the benefits first, and then later we'll go to the demonstration, and then finally I will tell about the exit policies. So benefit, see, as I said you how to do it, like we need to gaze, as I said before, we need to gaze on the candle light or the light at the center of this. So and then while gazing you should not blink your eyes, or you should not wave, unwave, okay. So because of this, what happens, you are concentrating on one non-moving object, which means that your 100% concentration is there. So your concentration improves. When your concentration improves, automatically your nervousness will go away and you are emotionally become strength, okay. And then fatigue will remove, okay. And then if you have laziness or sloth, even that goes away. And then the other part, you are looking with the eyes. So eyes, whatever the dust in the eyes is there, no, that will get clean away, okay. So and if you have any problems with the retina also, that will, up to an extent it will go away. I'm not saying it completely go away. And even the people has the lens also, up to an extent the power may come down, but not completely, don't believe on it, okay. So and it relieves the depression. As your concentration improves, you know what kind of benefits, anxiety will come down, okay. So these are all the benefits, okay. And then there are limitations also, right? So not everyone can do this. Then who else cannot do this? Means like, let's say the person who recently went into an eye operation or a retina operation, and then cataract, okay. So these people cannot do it. And people who are in very depression, right, so they should not do it. So and also like people has a burning eyes also, they also should not do it, okay. And the other benefit I missed it, it will remove the insomnia. What do you mean by insomnia? Means if you don't have a proper sleep, okay, or if you are getting the recurring thoughts, right, so all this will also get away. So now you know the benefits and the limitations. Now let's jump into the practice directly. So while practicing, there is no light, there is no external voice, only concentration at the light, okay. So now I'm turning off the background music, all right. So then later we will talk about the exit policy at the end, okay. So now first we will talk about how to practice it, okay. Step 1, sitting position. Then step 2, the distance. And step 3, how to look at the lamp. And step 4, exit policy, okay. So these are the 4 steps you need to follow. So first, sitting position, okay. Step 1, so sitting position, you can sit in normal way as usual, like where we used to have food by sitting on the floor. Okay, that one. Otherwise, you can take your one leg and put it on the thigh, the right thigh. This is at the Padmasana. And in Padmasana, you will get the both legs on the thigh and it can touch to here. It's up to, I mean, you need to sit at your comfort level because you need to sit for half an hour also you can sit it. That's another point. But right now I'm suggesting only for 10 minutes because all you are the beginners, right? Okay, so this one. Now sitting is clear. Then spine erect. Okay, spine should be erect. There should be no bend. And then neck should be straight. To put the neck straight, you can do like this. So put the fingers in L shape and then put it on the chest and this. Okay, now sitting position is clear. Then second thing is step 2 is distance. So how far the distance? So distance is 2.5 feet to 3 feet, which means 75 centimeters to 90 centimeters. Then angle. So angle is must. The reason why, because see, if the lamp is above height or if the lamp is below height of your eyesight, then there is a chance to get the neck pain because you are continuously looking at it without moving anywhere. So there is a chance of getting the neck pain. So that's why the angle should be 180 degrees. It can be a little variance also, that's fine, but make sure that your eyesight and the flame, the top flame should be on the same line. Okay, now the distance, the sitting position is clear. And then I will turn off the light and then I will look at the middle of the flame. Okay, so the middle of the flame, there will be a V shape at the end. So you need to look at the center for 10 minutes. Let's say. And how to look for the 10 minutes without blinking the eyes? Make sure without blinking. For the beginners, it is little tough, I can understand, but try to avoid the blinking as much as possible. Alright. So, and then when to exit. So step 4, when to exit. Means like let's say in middle only you will get the tears. Okay. Water from the ear, then stop it. Take some what do you say, like you can take any cloth or towel and then rub it. And then otherwise, if you are getting burning sensation or if you are getting the itching sensation, any of these three, then stop it. Stop looking at that candlelight. And then the exit quality is then close your eyes. Any of these three, water, itching or burning, close your eyes. Then imagine the same flame at the third eye. Okay, at the center of the eyebrows, third eye. Okay, and then close your eyes and then sit for 4 minutes. Sit for 4 minutes continuously. That's all. So that is the exit policy. Okay, so now you are very clear. Step 1, sitting position. Okay, spine erect, everything is fine. Then step 2, the distance, the angle, right? And step 3, for 10 minutes you can look it. And the exit policy is, if you are getting the water from the eyes, burning or itching sensation, please stop. And then imagine the same flame at the center of the eyebrows, the third eye. And then close your eyes and imagine continuously. And breathing is continuous. There is no hold or there is no continuous inhalation or exhalation. There's just like a continuous normal breathing at your own speed. Okay, that's all. So now I'm turning off the light and then later once I'm ready, then I will turn on the light. So that's all. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so I'm turning off my laptop. Alright, so I came back to the same position, spine erect, and then neck straight. Look at the center of the flame without any head movement. How do you feel? Do you get any eye pain or burning sensation? Just stop it. So I just only put it for a minute for a demonstration, and then close your eyes and sit in like this. Jnana Mudra. This is Jnana Mudra. Otherwise you can do a finger lock also. Finger lock is like this. Okay, and then sit straight. It's like a meditative pose. And then imagine the flame for 4 minutes. That's all. We are done. Okay. So this is how we need to do Trataka. And I'm telling you, see, people who has the burning eyes or who recently went into the operation or any eye problems, don't do it. Okay, people with the color red eyes also should not do it. So that's all, guys. I hope everything is covered. So make use of the 9 minutes, and this is a very new method for you, and most of the guys will not even practice it. I hope out of like 95 out of 100 people wouldn't have such kind of experience. So use this experience and use the 9 minutes and stay safe. Thank you very much.